por favor olvida y acosta y vuelve a darme tu amor, porque yo quiero más que tu amor.
In the collection, there's over 160,000, and I think I've digitized personally about 120,000. Look, as you know, and a lot of people know, that the way culture was passed on and preserved was through the arts, and whether it's written, whether it's art on the wall, or whether it's music or poetry. The music that is actually in these grooves is culture being preserved through commercial music. And so if you listen to a lot of the songs that were recorded early on in the recording industry, it gives you a snapshot of time. It gives you a window to what was happening back then. And if you start listening and really digging into what's in this collection, you're going to see the themes are recurring. A lot of things about immigration that was happening back in the early 1900s to mid 1900s are being perpetuated now. And so that culture is preserved in these commercial recordings.
And so I had accumulated a huge collection by the time that I met the late Professor Guillermo Hernandez, who was a student at UC Berkeley when Les Blanc and I were finishing the film I did with him called Chulas Fronteras. It was basically the music of that area, but along with all the hardship of the people and so on. And he was intrigued by my record collection. And then he would come back all the time, almost every other day, and listen to more records. And he told me, Chris, what you really have is an absolute treasure of our Mexican lower class culture preserved on discs.
Oh, I think it's amazing. I think with technology today, to save these records that are from like the early 1900s and being able to share the music that most of us didn't get a chance to listen to, or maybe the origins of the music that's around today, I think it's really important that we preserve it and make it available to everybody.
Mexican-American experience that is recorded here has never been researched, it hasn't been cataloged, and it hasn't been written about to the extent of those other genres. And the point of frustration for me is that when I want to add information to our database about a certain artist or a certain composer, nothing is written about them. So I have nowhere to draw or add to the information that I'm trying to provide. And so it's up to us, it's up to you guys, it's up to the people that listen to them to write the book about these artists. So that's what we're trying to do.